Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa and this is Hobby Beauty. Today we're going to be talking about brows, popular brow products, how I do my brows, and do's and don'ts of brows. So let's get into it. So I started filling in my brows when I started working at European Wax Center. If you've never been there, it is a place that specializes in waxing, and you can go there for your first session of getting your brows or underarms done for free. Just don't forget to tip your wax specialist, all right? So it's a great place. When I started working there, the first thing that I filled in my brows with was a brow powder. Now at the time I was more of a redhead, so I would mix these two colors together, and it's from European Wax Center. It's called browfection, sorry. And it's a duo, and it's sepia and sienna, so it's the medium tones. So I would use that to fill in my brows, and I would use a brush. Let me see if I have a similar brush that I used. Something like, well, this is my Anastasia brush, hold on. I used to use something like this, an angled brush. So it had a spoolie at the end, and I would use that. I would go right down the middle of these two colors, and I would make my brows, fill them in. Another thing that I used from European Wax Center was their their browfection brow pencil, and this is in the shade medium. Now that's the spoolie. This one is a little bit too dark for myself because I like to fill my brows in with a heavy hand. So as you can see, that's pretty dark. So needless to say, I haven't been using this one too much, but I do love the products there. The next thing that I started using after I stopped using the European Wax Center brow products was from Benefit. Now Benefit has some great products. They have a Browvo, get it? Browvo conditioning primer. Now this stuff is great. It's clear, and what it does is it helps the growth of your hair. So if you are having trouble growing out your hairs, definitely use this stuff, but it helps get the brow hairs in the place that you want them before you start filling them in. So use this, and then use a spoolie like this to brush the hairs in the direction that you want to brush them. And that goes into what our first do and don't is. Don't brush your brow hairs in the wrong direction. So you want to brush the front of them up, and then the side, down the side, and down the tail, so that they lay evenly and flat. You don't want to brush them all willy-nilly, because that'll make the brow hairs not sit in the place that you want them to sit. So brushing them in the wrong direction is going to make it a lot harder to fill them in, if you can understand, if that makes sense. So what else? I had the primer from Benefit, which looks like this, the Browvo primer, and it's got this clear little squeeze up tube, and you just kind of brush it through your hairs like so. I'll squeeze it up, and then I'll just brush it through, but be careful because this stuff, your brow hairs will really grow with this stuff. So you just brush it through your hairs, and then you're gonna want to take the spoolie and brush it through again. Another product from Benefit that's really great is this is the Goof Proof brow pencil, and it has a triangular shape to it. So when you are filling in your brows, it helps you fill in the ends because it makes that nice point at the end. So this is a really great brow product, and I'm in the shade, let's see, number 3, I believe. So I'm in shade 3. What else? Let's see. We also have the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit, and this is more of your standard pencil where it's a thin line that you can make where you want to fill in the brows. So that's precisely my brow. Benefit also has a brow gel called Cabrow. And this is not a brow gel, this is a brow pomade, sorry. The pomade is in shade 3. It comes with its own little brush that you can fill in your brows with. And Benefit has one more product. It's their brow gel, which you use at the end. So that is Benefit. Now let's talk about Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anastasia Beverly Hills is one of the brands that I feel like is on the game when it comes to brows. They are on the higher end, so they also have a brow pomade. I'm in soft brown. And when you use a pomade, you want to use the right brush. Now this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush in 7B. See how thin it is? So when you use the pomade, like so, and you put your brush in the pomade and then you brush with the Anastasia one, it's gonna make some thin lines. Whereas if you take like this shadow brush that I have that's angled, it's a lot thicker than the Anastasia brush. It's gonna make really thick lines, and that's what you don't want. So be careful with pomades, especially because you can make your brows super dark with them. So Anastasia also has the Brow Wiz brow pencil, and that looks like this. Mine's in soft brown. It comes with a spoolie. It also comes with the fine tip point like the Benefit one. And that's the Brow Wiz. So from Anastasia, I have their brow gel in shade soft brown. So that's the brow gel. And the brand that I've been loving recently, that I just recently got, and it's an affordable brand, is of course Colourpop. Colourpop has a pomade. Mine's in Bronde Moment, a mix between blonde and brown. Bronde, get it? So this is a pomade. And then they also have, which I've been loving, the Brow Boss gel, and mine's in light brown. And the pencils that I have from Colourpop are the Precision Brow Pencil in Bronde Moment and the Brow Boss pencil in soft brown. Soft brown? Light brown. Light brown. Soft brown is the Anastasia. Light brown is Colourpop. So I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm going to do some don'ts on this side and some do's on this side. So let's start with the tinted brow gel. On this side we're going to do Colourpop in light brown. Actually, I'm going to use the other one. This is my newer one, so it has more product. So you lightly brush the hairs with the brow gel. Just want to see the difference between Anastasia and Colourpop. And then you take your spoolie and you brush the hairs, and this one's more natural. You brush the product through. Now on this side I'm going to do the Anastasia one. Oh yeah, there's a big difference. This is darker. So this is if you want a more natural brow. Kind of like the shade of the Colourpop better. So I'm just brushing it through. As you can see, I went with the Anastasia one, I went a little bit too heavy. So I'm just cleaning it up. And I'm going to take the pomade on both sides. So where's my brush? I'm just gonna fill in where I need it. Now that's the Colourpop. This is gonna be the Anastasia side. Now some don'ts and do's. You don't want to make it too dark. This is actually perfect. If it was any darker, I would say that it's too dark. Going in with a heavy hand, just sitting there and swiping it a bunch. Getting a lot of product on there. Starting from the beginning of your brow and making a solid line all the way back. And then going to the top and making a solid line all the way down. And then filling in every spot that you see. You don't want to make them into a box. They are sisters, not twins. They sometimes are cousins. So as you can see, this side is more natural. This side is more boxy and just everything you should try to avoid. But, you know, do your makeup the way you want to do it. If this is the way that makes you happy, don't change what you're doing to please other people. Just do what you want to do. This is just a suggestion of ways to make it look more natural. So, if you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!